In this video, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite investments of all time. And it's a little bit complex, but it was pretty cool because it allowed me to invest in a time when there was a lot of volatility and uncertainty and everybody was afraid to invest, and get an 18% income from the holdings that I had with only about a 1% downside risk. And I did this for a year-long period, and I'll share that with you in this video, while keeping in mind I don't give financial advice. I share what I've learned from my own investing journey over the past 30 plus years, and I will share with you here about this strategy and what I did. Hi, I'm Camille Gaines. I'm a financial author, and as I said, I share here what I've learned from investing myself. I don't manage wealth for other people, but I am a financial coach, and I write about investing and wealth building and creating multiple income streams. In this video, I want to tell you about a strategy that I did. It was in 2009 when stocks were had been extremely volatile, and that's what helped this strategy to work. So I wanted to, this was actually for a particular account, and I wanted to invest in the stock market, but I didn't want to have the exposure that a lot of exposure, because there had been so much risk. Of course, we were in the midst of the financial crisis still in early 2009. Everybody was afraid to be in stocks, yet I felt like stocks were incredibly cheap and that they were screaming bargain in early 2009, and sure enough, in hindsight, they were. But I wanted to limit my risk, and so what I did is, and this generated about 18% in income, in gains over that year-long period, the majority of which was income, and it only had about a 1% downside risk. Here's what I did. I invested in ETFs. I invested in diversified ETF portfolio, so that was in U.S. stocks and in international stocks and in commodities. And then what I did is I sold covered calls against those ETF holdings. And what I did is I put in a stop loss right around where the maximum I could lose was about 3/4 to 1%. Now, stop losses are a bit tricky because the price can drop down and it can trigger, greater than that 1%. It ended up working out fine. And it wasn't an issue for me, but just to give you that caveat, with stop losses, it's not an exact science with stop losses. So that was how I structured it. That was my goal, and it ended up working out really, really well. So again, what I did, and I'm not suggesting you do this, I'm simply sharing with you what I did, and sort of, I guess, with the intention of suggesting that sometimes an outside of the box strategy or something a little bit different works to get the results that you want. And while some people are really, really invested in and happy, very happy with long-term buy and hold investing, if you're a little bit older and you haven't done that for a long enough period to have the amount of wealth that you want to maintain your standard of living throughout your life, sometimes my experience has been to be a little more alternative in my thinking and in my investing. So that's what I did with this. So again, I bought a diversified portfolio of ETFs. Those are exchange traded funds. I've done another video on that. And I sold call options against those ETFs, and that allowed me to generate income, because you get to keep the money that you make when you sell call options. And I've done another video, it's super old, so I'll try to remember to do a new video on covered calls now that I have a microphone. And those call options you get to keep the income from, so they generate a really nice income. Here's the thing, in 2009, because there had been so much volatility, the options, call options, generated a really nice level of income. Now volatility, as I record this, is low. But during times of uncertainty, bear markets, and uncertainty in general, volatility is higher. So when you sell a call option, you get more income from that call option. The premium is higher. And I had noticed that, and that's what sort of triggered me looking at this strategy was, wow, call options are really high now. How could I sell these but without having the risk of not owning the underlying asset? So this is one of my more advanced videos. So that's what I did, and it worked out great. And I put in that stop loss because there was a lot of volatility and uncertainty in the market, and I knew that I did not want to lose more than about 1%. I didn't want to risk more than about 1% of this particular account. And that's what I did, and that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. If you found this information helpful, I'd love it if you'd give me a thumbs up. Feel free to leave any comments or questions in the section below. Sometimes it takes me a day or two, but I'd love to see your comments and questions. And come see me. I'll put a link at my website below so that you can come see me for more information on how to create multiple income streams ahead of retirement. Thanks for watching.